Yeah, you're trying to
for
downplay
women.
black men, and I don't like
I'm
this.
not trying. I'm not trying
That's
to downplay.
exactly what
I'm
you're
Ma'am,
saying the
doing.
first
same.
off,
No, that's exactly what you're
Oh
doing.
my
No, it's
god.
just the
yeah,
men that
first off,
she
ma'am.
Oh my.
attracts.
It's not. Oh my
Exactly,
god.
exactly. Those are the men that
First
she
off,
Oh
ma'am.
my
attract.
god.
It
First off,
ain't.
ma'am,
That's
most
not
of
men.
America,
Period, bro. Like
first,
I can't be.
most
I
of
can't agree
How's
with
America
she
you.
gonna
live
say that
paycheck
when
to
men run the
paycheck.
country, bro? Men run the country,
We're
bro.
not
Quit
Black
gonna say
men
playing with
that
don't
us.
run the
either, but
country. White men run the country.
No,
What are you
Nah,
Jewish
talking
fuck
Then
the
go
about?
men.
get
white
you a white
Jewish,
man.
man.
It's just man,
Jewish
baby.
men.
It's
Yeah,
white
so
But
men.
guess
y'all
what?
saying
The white
BLK
man don't
white
want
and
your
Jewish.
white
ratchet
He
and
It's
ass
just
white
either.
Jewish,
men,
supremacists.
honey.
Slim.
not.
It's white
No,
It's
men.
I'm not.
Jewish.
I'm
Keep
not
Hey,
on
can
on
I
thinking it's
say
a
board for
this?
white
Can
that.
I
man.
say
I'm
this?
not on.
There's an unwritten rule for us men to protect you women if there's anyone invading our country. There's an unspoken rule to protect. So quit acting like it's a white black thing. There's systematic issues, absolutely, but quit acting like us men ain't shit. That's why you're gonna be single
I
and you're
never said
acting like your
that.
mom,
No, she
and
said
that's
black men
exactly
ain't
I
why
mean,
shit.
you're
look
She
at her
didn't say
acting.
men
profile.
ain't shit.
Hey guys,
She
look at
said
her
black
I
men
profile
ain't
never
picture.
shit.
That
said
should tell
that.
you everything you should know.
Uh,
Look at the profile
What's
picture. That should
I
what's
tell you
never
everything
said
you
that
crazy?
should
men
know.
are. I
Cause
never
she
said
What's
men
basically just
aren't
said black
shit.
men are
I
broke.
was just speaking about black men and their financial disparities because you guys said that black women should
Ma'am, most of
marry you
America
guys.
She
have
just basically
You
financial
just said
okay?
black
You
men
were
disparities.
are
speaking.
broke.
You were
what's
saying
Did you
that
know they
black
crazy?
said?
women.
Did you know they put out a study
Okay,
that
so don't
says,
let me land. Just don't
"Ma'am,
let me land because
ma'am,
you don't like what I'm saying. You're
ma'am,
triggered.
please stop
You're
talking,
triggered. You're triggered.
ma'am,
You're triggered.
stop
I was speaking
talking."
first.
Not a
I
trigger.
was
It's
speaking
You
first. You're
it is
saying
what
the
triggered.
it is.
same
You're
old
Oh my
metaphorically
things. You're not
god.
downplaying
letting
black.
nobody else talk.
Oh
All
my
you
god.
saying
You're
is black men are
triggered.
broke.
You're
Black
literally
men are broke.
triggered.
We
You're
heard
triggered.
you. Let's get to another
I was
point.
going
And the
on to a
point that
different
I'm
point if you
making
would
is
let me
that
speak.
most of
Oh
America
my god.
is living
He's just on his
paycheck to
nigga
paycheck.
shit. He's just on his nigga shit.
Can
And you on your bitch
Whoa.
shit, but you don't
Oh
see
you
me
know
my.
crying.
what's
Lord,
Oh.
y'all gotta
what's
be
crazy
respectful,
is
man. Come
that
on
you
now.
want to talk about how BLK men are earning least, but then you want to talk about how Asian people are earning the most. But also take a look at their marriage rates. They have the highest marriage rates in America,
It's also a
lowest
culture
single
thing too.
motherhood rates
Nah,
at
nah, nah, nah.
8%.
She want to talk about us black men. Let's talk about how they hoes be bopping. Let's talk about how y'all be
Exactly.
spreading y'all legs, saying y'all niggas
Okay.
Let's
just
talk
Exactly.
because
about
y'all
it.
want
Okay,
a
so
pretty penny.
when if I
Let's
say
talk about
something,
that. Let's talk
I'm
about
attacking.
y'all.
If
Y'all
I
be the
say
Let's go
main
to
something,
her
ones
I'm
out
page.
there
attacking
popping
black
that shit
men.
for a
Yeah,
penny.
okay, so if
Fuck,
I say a statistical fact,
you gonna
I'm
fuck for a
attacking.
20. Fuck,
Oh my
bro. Like,
god.
come on now, Chanel.
Girl, you
Hold on,
look
we
like a
got a
whole
new
sugar
lady
You
on
baby
the
with
like,
your
panel,
page
come
on,
y'all.
but
on
it's
All
all
now.
right,
right.
all
This
right.
is
So all
this
right.
isn't even an
Minus
intellectual
the
conversation.
insults.
You
It's
gonna
just
So
fuck for a
facts.
whole
so
dime out this
minus
bitch.
minus
I
the
think what you do
insults.
is when you say
Minus.
things like
Hold
that,
on.
it
Hold
makes
on.
it
Hold on.
disingenuous to the hard work
Minus
that
the
these gentlemen
insults.
have put
Isn't
forth.
that what I'm
Minus.
We're
saying?
talking
Hold
about
on. Hold on. X-Men on the insults. I understand. Like I understand.
Fuck on the insult.
Hold
She
on.
on this
Hold
bitch
on, bro.
insulting
Hold
All
on.
right,
us.
Hold
stop the
on. Hold
insults,
on.
man.
I did
Stop
not
that. Stop
insult
that, man. It's too
you.
early
Hold
for all
on.
that.
Let's
You
bring it
talking about
down a
some
little bit.
black men.
So I understand. So in a way, based on whatever she's been through previous to having this
What?
conversation, you know what I'm saying? What I will say is this. It's clear that you have some type of animosity against black men. And my suggestion to you is to just don't date black men. If you have that type of animosity, then your solution is just not deal with black men.
Okay, so we bet.
So then when you find so then when you start seeing black successful people walking around with suit and ties, riding around in Teslas and all that, don't pick them up
No,
because you
babe.
have that
She
Sir,
problem.
thought
You
she
I
can
have
go
that
grab her
mindset.
an
sir,
inmate.
Because you
She
have
thought
that
she can go grab
mindset
her an
of
inmate and
sir,
change
black
I
men
him.
are
sir,
the
sir, I
brokers
already
in
have
That's
a
America.
what it was.
sir.
Because
Hold on,
you
y'all
have
not
that
letting
Is
each
it? Can
other
mindset.
I?
So
finish,
stand on
man.
what you
Come
say.
on now,
Okay,
man.
so can I respond to that, right? So I already I don't have any animosity towards black men. We were talking about a conversation where we were talking about our women, they're not prospering, black women aren't prospering, things of that nature. But I was saying, right, if the men aren't prospering, black men are the brokest men in America, black women are going to have more
Wait, what
ADs, where
happened?
it's going to be more
So you see how you
true.
just try to throw that in there?
What are you, why I'm
Now you
that
trying
is
to
You
change
true.
saw
this
that,
shit.
but you
That is
saw that, right?
true.
You
You
see
trying to
how
How
change
am I
this
you
throwing
shit.
talking
that
to
in
somebody
there?
who studied psychology.
Sir,
I
the
saw
thing
what
is
you just did.
I'm
Hold
not
on, y'all.
trying
I'm
to
gonna let
throw that I'm
Kim.
not trying wait, I'm not trying to throw that in there as an insult. I'm trying to throw that in as a statistical fact to talk about the economic disparities within our community.
But that's
Now,
not factual,
if
sweetheart.
you're not ready, it is factual. There,
It's
if you
not.
look at the Federal
No,
Y'all
Bureau of
listen,
women are the
listen.
Investigation,
problem.
if you
You
look
just
at
The
any
pulled
the
up
the
you just
evidence
pulled up
that you
research
so,
Okay, I can pull up
even
something
so,
from.
black
Okay, so
man
if
has
I
the
pull up,
brokest.
if I
Listen,
can
All
pull,
the
if I
Chanel,
can,
studies show.
Chanel.
So
Hold
if
on,
I can
something
pull
up
up,
another
to
if I can
date.
pull up
They
something from
proved that.
2025, will you shut up?
Margin
No,
that was low. So
no, no,
you're
no.
Y'all
I would love for
That should have
benefit.
been
you.
the
What I
first
would
thing
love for you
you've
to do.
Y'all
done.
What
benefit
I would
off
love for you to do
EBT
is to
and
pull up something from
welfare
2026.
and child support. That's what y'all be. That's what y'all would rather benefit off of. So y'all can sit at home and be lazy as fuck. 95% of black women, you want to say, that's up in Section 8, that started from Section 8, first of all.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. First of all, come up out of there with hella baby daddies, all this other shit, and then try to blame us for the shit. And kid you not, there's a lot of successful black women that I've seen come out of the hood. Let me tell you that. A lot of successful black women.
All right, Kim.
Preach that.
All right, let me let Kim go ahead. She's been on the panel for a little minute. Go ahead.
I mean, I would agree that there's definitely more baby showers. Women, we used to prioritize an actual commitment before laying down with a man, but now we're giving it away for free, and now we're also promoting it. Men also aren't wanting to get married due to the 75% of divorces as well, which is unreconcilable differences, unwilling to work on the marriage. Yeah, we just normalize some weird ass hookup culture without taking any responsibilities. You can also look at the people who don't even have baby showers but still get pregnant. You can look at the 1.1 million ABs that happened last year alone. So I would agree that it would be the woman on this because we're giving it away with no actual commitment, and then we're blaming the man for walking away.
I will say this, and just
Have you done that
to
in your
stay on.
past, Kimmy?
Hold on.
Have you done that in your past?
Have I done what in my past?
Had a baby
I haven't.
shower instead of a wedding.
No, I've been married and I have an adopted son with my late husband.
Hell yeah. Congrats.
So trying to just to stay on subject on what he got up here. I think that there's more baby showers than weddings because of like the lack of consistency and the lack of communication. When I say that, I mean this. Like, and I'm not going to sit here and say that it's women don't do this and men don't do that because at the end of the day, it goes both ways. You see what I'm saying? Like nowadays in this world that we living in, we're living in this world where people are just saying, "Hey, I think you're attractive," or "Hey, you're beneficial in some way," or "I like the materials that you have. Let's do this," and then here go a baby. We're not there's not really communication on long-term relationships or family or marriage and stuff like that no more. It's more on just I want some or I want some money. You see what I'm saying? So that's really like that's just the generation that we're growing up into
Yeah,
now.
you
Hold
do
on,
got a
hold
Good morning,
point.
on,
y'all.
hold on, hold
You do
on.
got a point.
When
You see
y'all
what I'm
let
saying?
this
Hold
lady
on.
that lady go. Go ahead.
So with that being said, I feel like that's possibly the reason why there will be more baby showers than it is weddings because mindset now, like there's certain women who chooses or don't know how to be a wife anymore, just like there's men who don't know or choose to not be husbands anymore. They would rather just they'd rather just go ahead and get into it and have babies versus actually putting in the work to actually have a wedding and have a wife and have a marriage and stuff like that. There's no consistency anymore.
What age group would you typically say that you'll find that in
That
like
lady can
women
go
and
after
so?
her.
In all groups. In all
Yeah.
groups.
Okay.
There's no age limit. It's in all groups.
Exactly.
You'll
It's
you'll
You
hear
know,
detrimental.
you'll witness people that's been in marriages for 15 years and probably only been loyal for 5 of them.
You know, I'll
That's
tell you why
sad.
there's more baby showers because most of these females are having babies by the minority of BLK men. Those men can't marry all of these thoughts.
I
It's
don't think
just
it
not
has
enough
anything
of
to do
those
with culture
men.
though. I don't think it has really to do with culture. I think that's all cultures. Like it's not just BLKs. It's
But
not just
if I
That
BLK
but
can
women.
help.
It's
Put a
not just
pause in that.
BLK men.
Put
okay,
It's
a
all
pause,
so
men.
man.
It's
Put a
all
pause
Dive,
in
groups.
that.
So
when I first came in here, it was talking points like these, but I was a talking black man when I brought up economic disparities. This is insane.
No, but
All
my
right.
thing is this: like when you was talking, like I was hearing what you were saying, and then like it just seemed like you just wanted to keep slipping in black men or the rich or the brokers, and like, and it's just
No,
like
because a lot
you
of the
don't have to
reason
keep
Okay.
like you see what I'm saying. Like first of
God
all,
damn.
that's not a statistical
it
fact.
is,
It's
it is.
not.
I can drop
It's
the
not
I dropped the link in the
because
chat.
you want to know
It,
Being
it's
why you want to know
prejudiced
how I
is
know.
one thing, but
Hold on.
just saying
You
here
want to know
being
how I know?
hatred,
No, let me
like
respond to what
hmm
you got to say, bro. You want to know why
different.
I know that's not a statistical fact because you
hmm
got people like Jay-Z who are billionaires.
Yeah.
You got people like
Okay,
Dr. Dre
so
who are
the
billionaires. Hold
thing
on.
is,
You want me to respond? I'm trying to
okay,
respond to you.
okay,
You have successful black men who are putting percentages on just Apple or just Samsung, and they're making millions and billions of dollars. So I can't sit here and say that I agree with you when you say that black men or the brokest people or the brokest people when we're possibly one of the most creative.
okay. So I would say we are creatives and things of that nature, but people like Jay-Z and Dr. Dre and things of that nature are a very tiny small minority of all people. A lot of people, no matter what your race is, don't have $1 billion. I think there's only that's like a 0.5% of billionaires in America, period. Right. And then when we look at these things, like we look at redlining, we look at things of that nature that stopped black people from prospering economically. um that is why black men are have the less amount of money within their community. It's not just
That's
your fault.
that's that's
it,
all
it, it's,
excuse.
it's,
That's
it's
all excuse. That is all
okay.
excuses.
Okay, so okay, sir, but like I was saying, it's not just black men's fault that they're the brokest men in the America, right? And it's a fact. We can look at this. I put a stat in there from 2025. It is a fact.
But this is all
There are
excuses.
27.
What
There are
does
literally
being what
27
does
black
being
billionaires
what
in
does being
2026.
rich? What does
There
being
27 out of, do you know how
There's
many black people are in America?
man? What does being
Can you
rich
say
but
has
you
BLK
to
and
said it
do
was
stop
a
with?
saying
small
black
amount. I mean,
BLK
I
and
It's
don't
a
not
think
very,
that's
T?
really a
that's
small amount.
27. 27 is a very small amount of people.
What does being rich have to do with having more babies and weddings? Like, what does that have to
Okay.
do?
The reason, oh, we were talking about single mothers and how they don't raise their children to success. The reason why single mothers don't raise their children to success is because of the economic disparities, right? So if you're in or if you're in a community where everyone's impoverished, there's going to be more of an incentive to do crime for money. Um, that's a lot of the reason why people do crime is so they can find a way, like selling drugs, selling women, things of that nature, so they can put food on the table. When that doesn't happen is when BOK women or BOK men get more money and they're able to move their children into communities where they have more money and they don't have any incentive to do that crime. So that's why people from single mother households are prospering. It's because of
So you
economics.
so you think that single mothers are not you think that's the case because BLK men don't contribute?
Well, if you're in a single, if you're in a single dual, a single income household, no, your man or baby daddy isn't contributing. It would just be you. So that's why they're in an impoverished community and they have to raise their children in
I think you need to
such
go
a
talk to
horrible state.
Congress about that.
Because you think so because BLK men doesn't contribute, you think that's the reason
It's.
why?
I'm not saying it's. I'm not
I'm
saying it's
asking.
like that. I'm not even saying it's your fault, right? I'm saying if you are in a single income household, it's only one of you, and you're the only one paying your bills. And let's say that I think the average child support payment is $441. That's typically not enough for a child
Right. So
monthly.
go tell Congress about that, Chanel. Right.
Oh, oh,
Write a letter, stamp it, and send it to them.
Child support goes based off of your gross income, and
And
then you
yeah,
go to three
so go
median.
talk to the higher ups because they don't got shit to do with that.
Child support has a lot
This is why
to.
I'm trying to understand because you're saying because I'm hearing what you're saying.
yes, I'm talking
You
about single
saying that
mothers.
single mothers like kids are not having the education that they need from single mothers because the father's not contributing.
Yes, not only yes. Yes.
So my
Wait,
question to
I
you, hold
thought
on, hold on, hold
education.
on,
I
hold on,
thought
hold on, hold on.
Or she's
So my
just poor
so my
because there are
question
wait,
to
dual
wait,
you
income.
babe.
is
There are dual
Wait,
income
babe.
households where
my
both of the
question to
parents are
you is
poor.
this.
Chanel,
If my
please.
question to you is this, why if that's the case that the father is
He
not
don't.
contributing, what are you doing?
What?
What am I doing? I'm not a single mother, sir.
I'm just saying. No, I'm talking like you as in general, like as a single mother. If the
I'm not a
father's
single
not
mother.
No,
contributing,
he's saying put yourself in them shoes, slow one.
Oh, if you're a single mother and the father's not contributing, obviously you're going to have to do things like give your child an education, give your child other resources to get feed your child, clothe your child. Just the basic bare necessities you need for a child, and do that
Oh
by
Lord.
yourself. And that's why those children grew up in more impoverished areas.
Wouldn't he
Right,
be going to
because
school?
we can all agree that in
We're
poor
talking to whoever's responding.
in poorer societies and poorer areas, there's worse education than in high income areas. There's more incentive to do crime. There's more crime around you. So of course, like, hey, if I'm poor, I'm around broke people shit, I'm going to do more crime because they're a product of their environment.
So they can't
So
move
so
then.
so
so so what are you trying to say? So
Right.
because there's so much crime over there, why don't you move then?
Why don't you go ask
so
Congress and write a
so
What
letter
what
and
are you
so
talking
stamp
about?
it
once
in?
upon a time,
What
Well,
the
right?
fuck?
No,
This is not the
I
problem.
got you. So once upon a time, right? Like I'm pretty sure you know about Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry came from the hood. Tyler Perry comes from Louisiana. Tyler Perry comes from one of the dirtiest areas in Louisiana.
yes.
But yet and mind you, he is a BLK man. It took this man leaving there to come to Atlanta to do plays, which is not cheap.
Exactly.
To
If the
get
location
actors,
don't favor you, you
actresses,
leave.
none of that is cheap. To get productions, to get directors, the whole 9 yards, to be able to create a play that now that we look at as not only possibly one of the best plays out here today, but now they're movies, now they're TV shows. Now this black man, this BLK man, is walking around here with not only numerous shows on Oprah Winfrey's network, but has his own network now. So you can't necessarily say that the environment you come from is within you, and whatever the case may be. You
So
can't
he's
always say that because there has been people who come from the gutter who are now sitting here as billionaires. Tyler Perry, Jay-Z, Dr. Dre being one of the
and
So
there's a thing called
Weebay,
God
can I?
too. There's a thing called God and manifestation as well, just in case nobody on the
Okay.
panel knew.
Okay.
Chanel, but I doubt you believe in that, right?
Okay, so but
Right.
Weebay, I'm gonna answer your.
Yeah, let's
I'm
get
not
to
gonna
it
answer the
though.
condescending
Yeah.
remarks, but I'm
Yeah, I
going
know
to.
you're not because you're slow. I get it.
Oh,
Oh
oh,
Lord.
okay.
Come
Yeah,
on,
yeah.
all
I
right,
wanna
all
I wanna
right
be
Can I
a
now.
answer?
bitch.
Can I?
Come
Can
on,
I
Since
come
you
answer?
on,
wanna
come on.
ignore me, I
you ain't
wanna be
gotta
a
do
bitch.
that.
Can
Come
I
on,
do
come
that?
on. That
Why
that that nah
not?
nah man.
Why
Girl, please
not?
stop that.
No.
That's very
No.
insulting.
Oh, Prince, you're not even from America, so you should not be talking to me.
Talk to your father, not me.
Right. No, suck my dad's dick. How about
Your
that?
dad is dead, then.
My
Shut
dad
up.
is
Oh
not
my
dead. He's
god.
been sucking your dick
Yo yo yo
since
yo
you
yo
were
yo yo
born.
yo
Okay,
yo yo
you
yo
very
Oh my
stupid. You are
god.
yo yo
very
yo
Hello?
yo. Y'all gotta
stupid.
get it
You are
together,
Hello?
man. Hell no.
Okay, but can I answer Weebay's argument? So basically, we can look at Tyler Perry and all those people, but that is such a small percentage of people that it's nonsensical to bring that up. Usually, when people are poor, they stay poor, no matter what the anomalies are and things of that nature. When people are poor, um they just end up poor and they're a product of their environment. Now there are going to be exceptions to the rule, but if you said, oh, black women are single mothers, or let's say black women, um let's say 90% of black women had diabetes, right, Rebe? And then I said, well, not all black women have diabetes. um well,
Which is true.
90% of them do. So we can only say that black women have diabetes if 90% of them do. Not only that, right? When you said Tyler Perry was making plays and things of that nature, what does a poor kid find the money to do plays and things of that nature? Where does a poor kid who never grew up for money, doesn't have any resources to get money, find money to build a business and things of that nature, and that's exactly why the poor stays poor.
So
Can
do
I
you remember?
say
So do you
something?
hold on? So do you remember when I told you that BLK men are creative? We have ways of making money outside of illegal actions, like cutting
Well, you brought
grass.
up Jay-Z, and that's how he made his money selling
Okay,
drugs.
that's fair enough. But that's just because he did that doesn't mean other people did that. That doesn't mean Tyler Perry did that. You see
That's
what I'm
not the
saying?
vast majority of
So
BLK men, though. The vast majority of
Dr. Dre
BLK
never hold
men are
on. Dr. Dre never sold drugs. Dr. Dre never did
Dr.
anything gangster.
Dr. Oh, that isn't true. Dr. Dre
That
has
is
multiple.
true.
Dr. Dre has multiple accounts of trafficking women and having smets with minors.
No, he
But
doesn't.
Were you
yes,
one
he
of
does.
them,
No, he
Chanel?
doesn't.
Oh,
No,
And no,
okay.
he
Yeah.
doesn't.
yes, he does. He has multiple cases between him. But
Dr.
not only
Dre.
that.
How do you know
But
all of
can
them?
I speak? Can I speak?
No, I
Go ahead.
fucking
Like I was
hate you.
saying,
I hope you die.
we can't you. Oh, you hope
I'll
I
tell you.
die over a conversation?
Yes,
I'll
I
tell you
do.
why
You're
these
annoying
hoes
as
got more
fuck.
baby
You're
showers
Okay.
fucking
than
no
weddings.
purpose in life, like at all. I'm so sorry.
No, why these hoes got more
Shut up. Just shut up.
baby
I've been sitting
showers.
here listening, and she just sounds good. She just sounds
All
real
they got
slow.
to use is that
I'm
pussy.
I'm I'm rude as fuck as
Nothing
fuck.
more, nothing less.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I promise you. I was telling somebody this shit the other day. When it get down to it, they gonna always use it.
Okay, this is
They
exactly
can't
what we been
control what
talking
So
about. I
motherfuckers
already
though.
know
so
what's
to
going on
respond
here.
Hey, hey,
to the
look,
Dr. Dre thing,
that
right?
motherfucker,
So his
that
records,
pleasure
his
is a
jail records,
motherfucker.
the only thing that Dr.
This is
Dre has done
exactly
with their
what we
records
talking
locked
about
up
Thank
now.
you.
Nigga, the only thing Dr. Dre has did, nigga, is step out
was
of
a
that motherfucking
DUI and a
210.
battery charge. He
Nigga,
done
y'all
no
talking about all this
drugs
other
or
shit.
he never been locked up for no drugs or anything illegal outside of a DUI and a battery.
This
I'm a
is
battery.
exactly what we talking about
So
now.
Hey,
with
she
that
said
being
that shit like she
said,
knew that shit for a
again,
fact, though.
Dr. Dre hasn't done much gangster shit. Like
Nobody
he
has,
hasn't.
man.
And
I
yet
got
he's
none
one of the
of
most
these.
successful DJs, one of the most successful,
Yeah.
a billionaire making $3.2 billion off of headphones.
This place is lowering my IQ.
So the thing is,
And no,
when we were
nobody
talking
even
about
know.
and things of that nature. So here's the proof that Dr. Dre was sleeping and having sex with a 16-year-old. Not only was he beating her to
Michelle A.
yeah, so he was having sex with a 16-year-old, also had a baby with her. Not only was he beating her, but he was having her produce music for him, and he was selling her voice. So yes, Dr. Dre exploited black women. Dr. Dre exploited black people. Dr. Dre put black people in 360 deals. This is
Dr.
common
Dre
knowledge.
exploited
What are
Michelle A.
you gonna do
Okay.
about it? Are you just gonna
No,
sit on
stop,
TikTok
dramatic.
Oh
and
my
laugh
Stop,
about
stop,
god.
it?
dramatic, stop.
Oh my
Dr.
god. Dr.
Dre,
Dre has not just
I'm going to tell
exploited.
you. No, hold
He did
on.
not
Exactly,
just
because I
exploit
God
her.
damn it,
Hold
I said
on.
we ride that dog.
Hold on. Dr.
What?
Dre
I
was
said we
held
ride that dog.
accountable. Hold on, loyal. Dr. Dre was held accountable for that beating he gave Michelle A. That's where the battery charge come from.
Man, fuck that, we can hold that nigga accountable right
He
now.
was
Let's
not,
ride
but
that
he was
dog.
not held accountable for
Yes, he
sleeping
was.
with a. He was not held accountable for sleeping with a
Yes, he
16-year-old girl.
was.
For sleeping with a 16-year-old girl, no, he was not. That is
Yes, he was.
No, Dr. Dre has never been locked up for statutory rape. That is statutory rape.
Because
You
it was
cannot legally.
consensual.
How
That's
is
why.
how you can sleep with a? So you're telling me a 20-year-old man can sleep with a 16-year-old girl consensually?
In certain
That
states,
is not no
hold
statute of
on, I'm about to
In
limitations
answer the
certain
on
question.
rape
Y'all
states.
gotta let me
or
answer the
murder.
question. In
Ain't
certain
no statute
states,
of limitations on
if
rape
you
and
have
murder.
consent by parents, yes.
Yes,
But it
that's
ain't
the
no such thing
majority
as consent
of
by
the states.
parents.
Even
Nigga,
It
though
the
it's
is
law
a
is the
such
weird.
thing.
law.
It's
Even
the
Nigga,
though
the
it's
law.
law is the
weird.
law. You
But
can't,
yeah.
nigga, that's that's sex
Bro, by
trafficking.
law,
Stupid.
bro, it's by law. What do you
Nigga, if
mean?
you
Y'all
gave
talking
your
about
kid
well,
to a
free R.
motherfucking
Kelly. Y'all
adult,
funny
that's
as
sex
fuck.
trafficking.
Bro,
That's
it's
against
by
the
law.
law.
On a
Bro, it's
legal
by law.
aspect, Dre would be
You can't
right.
argue with me about the law.
Yeah,
Gang.
that's the majority
Nigga,
of the
show me
states.
this.
Look
Can
it up.
somebody else speak on the
Cause I
prompt,
show you
please?
every police station that'll
Hold
lock
on,
your
y'all. Hold
ass
on. I'm
up
gonna
if
put a
your
pause in
mama
that.
see you
I
Brown
mean,
carrying a
gonna
look
speak
it
grown
on the
man.
up. It's the
prompt.
facts. I mean, no shit.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Brown, go ahead.
That's gonna be one thing
Thank
on
you.
Google. A nigga
Thank
gonna
you. I was just scrolling through and I
get his
saw this
dumb ass in the
prompt,
dump
and
the shit.
I was listening for a minute to see if anybody was gonna actually answer the question.